Overshadowed by its big brother Mallorca, Menorca has preserved its tranquil way of life.
Hi and welcome to Menorca.
I'll be traveling through Menorca, starting in the city of Ciutadella. Then I'll embark on a mission to find and show you some of the best secluded beaches in the west and south of the island.
Wow, look at these amazing colors.
Next, we'll visit the capital city Mahon, where I'll learn about the lasting British influence and share useful tips and insights from my days on the island. Join me as I uncover what makes Menorca the true hidden gem of the Balearic Islands. Ciutadella was founded by the Carthaginians, became an important city under various rulers, including the Moors and King Alfonso III. Ciutadella suffered significant destruction in 1558 by Ottoman troops. Ciutadella is the architectural gem of Menorca with its Baroque architecture. Ciutadella has some of the best beaches of the island. It is also the former capital before the British occupation moved it to the port city of Mahon. Today, Ciutadella is the biggest city on the island. Here we are at the Gothic Cathedral of Santa Maria. It was first built in the 13th century on orders of King Alfonso III after conquering Menorca. Next, I had to visit the port of Ciutadella. It's not really comparable to the port of Mahon by its size, length and history, but it's worth a visit nonetheless. It's very picturesque. Menorca, besides its small size, has a lot of coves, over 100, or also called Cala in Spanish. I promise to show you as many as I can and the most beautiful as I can. So I started with visiting Cala Blanes, then I went to Cala and Brut, those small artificial sunbathing areas which were created on the rocks with steps for easy access to the calm water. I really liked Cala and Brut. You could jump as many times as you want and the water was very clear.
Ya vi que estás aquí, tan cerquita de mí, y me hacía falta, porque la última vez que vine tú no estabas, baby. Oh, vamos a tomar toda la noche, mujer, te invito a bailar hasta el amanecer. Tú quieres jugar y no quieres perder, vamos a bailar, quiero verte mover lento, hasta que ya solo junten nuestros cuerpos.
So I solely explored the island by bus, which I was pleasantly surprised with because there were many buses running all the time. But you can of course also rent a car. I just really enjoyed not having to do anything and getting to see so much of the island. If you want to travel by bus, just remember that you sometimes have to book your ticket in advance. The next cove I want to show you is Cala Macarella. Cala Macarella is surrounded by a pine forest and has fine white sand. If one prefers a smaller beach, Cala Macarelleta is only a short walk away. On the narrow path, you already get a great view down on this bay. Macarelleta is located at the end of a narrow sea inlet, west of Cala Macarella, and runs perpendicular to it. The rugged and inaccessible coastline is interrupted by beautiful coves, perfect for swimming and boating. The next beach, Cala Galdana, in my opinion, is perfect for families. Mitjana and Mitjaneta are prime examples of the natural beauty of the island's southern coves. These beaches feature soft, fine white sand and are surrounded by pine forests and high limestone cliffs. These coves have remained completely untouched to this day. The official languages are Catalan and Spanish, well, Castilian. The Catalan dialect that is spoken here on the island is called Menorca. Since 1983, Catalan has been an official language. It spread after Alfonso III's conquest of Menorca, with settlers primarily from Catalonia. Last but not least, I went to Cala Turqueta. Cala Turqueta is one of Menorca's most famous coves, named after the Turks who once landed there. This secluded beach lies at the end of a 400-meter sea inlet, surrounded by cliffs covered with dense pines, part of the Ciutadella South Coast Nature Reserve. The gently sloping beach with fine white sand is divided by a rock plate that extends a few meters into the water. Of course, I also had to visit the capital city, Mahon. Founded around 3,000 years ago by the Carthaginians, Mahon has a tumultuous history, being part of the Western Roman and the Byzantine empires, the Caliphate of Cordoba, the Kingdom of Majorca, Spain, England, France, and finally back to Spain. Captured by the British in 1708, Mahon briefly belonged to France before returning to Spain in 1783 following the Treaty of Paris. Then it was once again under British control. Because of that, the architecture in Mahon is significantly influenced by the English period.
Mahon is mainly known for its picturesque old town and historic port. This here is the longest natural port in all of Europe and the second longest on Earth.
Mahon features a fjord-like bay stretching 5.5 kilometers long and up to 1.2 kilometers wide.
Binibeca is a town that was built by a Barcelonese architect in the 1960s. His mission was to emulate a typical Mediterranean coastal village. This has earned Binibeca some popularity as a tourist visit, but also has garnered some criticism, as some deem it as inauthentic.
After strolling through the narrow paths of Binibeca, I went to Cala Turqueta for a dip. After visiting Menorca for a couple of days, I learned that its allure lies in its serene beauty, historical richness, and dedication to conservation. Now I can confirm, it truly is the hidden gem of these islands. In the next video, we will take the ferry to Mallorca and explore its capital, Palma. We'll also ride the legendary Ferrocarril de Soller and a lot more, so stay tuned. Until next time.